What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live 6v6 edition. This is episode number 11. And coming into today's episode, we are sitting at a record of 8-2. And we are coming off a double victory, actually. So we're going to try to get to 3 wins in a row. In this episode, we'll see how things go. We're bringing the same team as last time. I'll give you guys a refresher in a second, but before I do that, we'd like to remind you that if you haven't done so already, make sure that if you would like to show some support to the channel in the series, which I hope you guys do, I hope I'm good enough for that, but make sure you're clicking up that, clicking up that button, that makes sense. Clicking the thumbs up button right below this video does help out a lot. Every time you leave a comment and I get to respond, not only is it just a lot of fun for me to interact with you guys, but it does help the channel as well. So it's a win-win, and of course I do appreciate when you guys do that for me. I really appreciate those of you that are on the videos every single day commenting, and it just, I don't know, I really love the support. I think it's just something that's incredible that I can't really put into words, but we're gonna hit that challenge button as I'm gonna go over the team here. We got physically defensive Salamence, Nadia, who's actually been putting in a decent amount of work. Then we've got specially defensive Frank the Arcanine, Brian the Excelgor, which is a spike setter primarily. It's also packing the final gambit. And then we have our rock setter in Swampert. Aegislash is our physical attacker, and Porygon Z is our special attacker. Sirius from California is our opponent today, bringing the Greninja, Gengar, Dragonite Arcanine, Probopass, and Weavile. So everything pretty much common. The Arcanine and the Probopass are not very common on Battle Spot really at all, but the other 4 kind of are. They kind of are. So let's see. Rocks are really going to hurt my opponent's team. I don't see anything that would typically carry Rapid Spin or Defog. I mean, I don't know. Can Dragonite get Defog? I'm thinking it can, maybe from like 4th gen as an HM. I mean, that's how Salamence gets it, but I don't think he's going to be running it. So breaking the scale on that Dragonite as well is going to be a big deal. So I think I want to lead off with the Swampert. And we'll bring the Excelgor, and we'll bring everybody. We'll bring everybody! Yeah, getting hazards up is going to be a big deal here. Big deal. And hopefully we can keep hazards off our side of the field as well, because my team is kind of weak to rocks. I've got 3 rock weaknesses, and my defensive core is weak to rocks, which probably isn't the best thing. But at the very least, we have the double Intimidate, so that may help. I don't really know. I don't really know if that's going to help at all. At the very least, that Weavile can't spam knockoff because we don't have items. He's going to lead off with the Weavile, actually. And I'm pretty sure I can one-shot with that with an EQ. But I'm not going to. I want to get rocks up. That is the most important thing for me right now, because having that Dragonite with a scale is going to be the worst possible thing. So he's going to go for the Fake Out, which doesn't do that much. The question is, can we take 2 hits from this thing? I don't know that we can. So it may just be, oh, he goes for the Icicle Crash. We need to not flinch. We need to not flinch. Swampert, don't you dare flinch. We get a crit and the flinch. That is not the way to start this off. Are you kidding me right now? Really? Really? The crit flinch. I'm a little bit salty because I just am. I just am. Alright, we're going into Arcanine. I'm just not happy about that. One bit. Not happy. Alright, Arcanine, come on, let's do something. We're going to get Intimidate off. We should be able to take that Icicle Crash that's coming our way pretty easily. He actually goes for the Night Slash, maybe predicting that Aegislash to come in, which is not a bad play at all. Thankfully, no crit or anything. That Arcanine can very easily come in on a potential Will-O-Wisp. Very, very easily can he come in on that. And Swampert doesn't outspeed, so going back into Swampert doesn't do us a whole lot of good. If anything, I'm guessing, yeah, I mean, we pretty much have to go for that play here. We're going to see the withdrawal. Let me guess. The Arcanine is coming in. Yes, the Arcanine is indeed coming in. We're going to get Intimidated. I should have went for Morning Sun to try to get back up to full HP. But that is not happening. And Will-O-Wisp obviously does not affect the Arcanine. So I kind of want to see what this Arcanine wants to do. Maybe Extreme Speed? I don't really know. I don't really know, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Well, let's see. I mean, I guess we're just going to fodder Swampert. I guess we're going to, so I should have foddered it in the first place. But we didn't. We didn't, so we're going to fodder it off now. He's going to go for the E-Speed. That should be enough to take the Swampert out. We would just be in so much of a different position if we didn't start off the match with a flinch crit. That really grinds my gears. Really grinds my gears a lot. We can go into our Arcanine to Intimidate. And then just start E-Speeding everything. But I kind of want to go into Porygon Z here and set up a nasty plot. I know it's early for that, but we might be able to poke some holes in my opponent's team. Which would be great. We do get outsped by both the Weavile and the Greninja, though. So that is a bit of a problem. I really wanted Rocks up. That Dragonite is going to be such an issue. Unless I can get it burned. It really is. We're going to download, and we're going to get our special attack raised. Which, actually, we may not even need to set up a nasty plot now to get up to +3. I don't know if that's necessary. Because I think my opponent might just switch. Or he could have the close combat. That's possible, too. I don't know. Maybe that was a bad play on my part. But really, realistically, nothing on my team deals with Arcanine except for the Swampert. The Salamence can get pooped on by a Will-O-Wisp. Aegislash doesn't want to get burned because it's physical. Excelgor will just die to a Flare Blitz. So, I guess we didn't have much of a choice. I'm going to go for the Tri-Attack here. Hoping he switches. No, he's going to stay in. I think he might have the close combat, so it's probably a bad play. Yeah, he does have the close combat, so he might not be fully physically defensive. That just straight up takes us out, so I'm going to say he's not defensive. Wow, okay. That was a bad play on my part. That's not the way you play your Porygon Z. For some reason, I didn't think that Arcanine would have close combat until I brought it back. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I didn't bring it back anywhere. It just died. There was no bringing back. Zero bringing back at all. There was just death. That's all there was. All there was. At this point, let's see. He probably has a Fire-type move, so probably Flare Blitz. Close combat. He has the E-Speed. He showed that off. Would his other move be Will-O-Wisp or Morning Sun? That is the question. If he has Will-O-Wisp and I go into Aegislash, he can burn me. And that won't be a good time at all. If it's Morning Sun, I can get a Sacred Sword off on something. Or he probably will just switch, actually, now that I think about it. Or, no, he can just go for Flare Blitz. I mean, why not? Yeah, I guess our best play is to go into Arcanine here. That's the play to make. His defenses are dropped, so an E-Speed would be enough to take him out. I think I want to go for a Flare Blitz in the off chance you want to switch in something else. Because his E-Speed should outspeed ours. Or I can go for a Morning Sun and try to get my HP back. What would be the best play here? Trying to think what would be the better play to make. I don't think the Weavile's coming in, so Will-O-Wisp is kind of out of the question. I guess we can try to go for the E-Speed to try to outspeed him. But no, he's going to withdraw. Okay. What are you going into? The Probopass. Interestingly enough, that's going to not resist our Flare Blitz, but it takes absolutely nothing from E-Speed, which I guess was kind of the predictable thing, to be perfectly honest with you guys. So at this point, let's see. I kind of want to go into Excelgor. He may go for the Power Gem, actually. That's possible. I'm going to go into... Oh, we could have the Earth Power, too. Power Gem and Earth Power are both very possible. If he has the Earth Power, Aegislash is not going to like that. Let's see. I'm going to go into the Aegislash anyway. I really think that Power Gem is coming. And we can hit him with a... whatchamacallit? A Sacred Sword! Yes, that. Sacred Sword. It'll be a good time. He has the T-Wave, actually. So that really doesn't do a whole lot to us because we don't care about that. Now I'm going to go for a Sacred Sword. Do you have the Earth Power? That is the question. Do you pack the Earth Power? Nobody has the rocks. So he's going to be able to get up his rocks because he just is. Our stance is going to change. And we're going to get off a Sacred Sword here, which is going to deal a good chunk of damage to this Probopass. Actually, it's just going to take him out. Was that a crit? It was not a crit. The Probopass just goes down there to that. I was not expecting that. I mean, he was probably specially defensive, if anything. But still. Great. Dragonite's coming in, who can very easily Dragon Dance all over the place. And I don't like that one bit. Not one freaking bit. I really need to get into Arcanine here to try to burn it. But at +1 speed, he should be able to fire off an EQ. I don't really know. We're going to bring in the Arcanine anyway, because I'm pretty sure he's going to Dragon Dance and not EQ here. That actually could have been a really bad play, because he probably has the E-Speed too. We're going to take all kinds of damage due to rocks, and we do get the Intimidate off, which is great. And we do see the Dragon Dance, so he should be faster than us now, but he's at regular attack. Now, what does that mean for us? We pretty much have to go for the Willow here. Pretty much have to. He's going to withdraw and go into his own Arcanine? Are you really? He is. He's going to predict the Willow again and go into the Arcanine. Interesting. You're going to waste your Dragon Dance. I was not expecting that. So he's just going to absorb that Willow, which is fine, I suppose. We're going to Morning Sun now, as he probably E-speeds. Oh, he has the Morning Sun as well. Okay, so he doesn't have the Willow. So he's got Close Combat, E-speed, Flare Blitz, Morning Sun. We're both going to try to get back up to full HP. The downside here is that... Yeah, I'm intimidated. I am intimidated. So, Salamence is my safest switch at this point. This is not looking good for us. We are not down by 2 Pokemon, but we've lost 2 Pokemon. Our walls are still intact, but we've got rocks up on our side of the field. That is an issue. We don't have rocks up on my opponent's side of the field, which is a problem, because that Dragonite is just, it's an issue. It's got the multi-scale intact. It's just a problem. It is just a freaking problem. I think I want to just get rid of these rocks more than anything. I feel like that's the most important thing right now. He could switch into Dragonite, which will definitely be an issue. Or we could switch into Greninja. Which, do I have a switch into the Greninja? Not really. Nope, I don't really. So that is unfortunate. We're just going to go for the Defog here. I want these rocks gone. He's going to stay in, and I guess go for the Flare Blitz. Or the Morning Sun, maybe. What are you going for? He's going to go for the Flare Blitz to try to get as much damage as possible off in the Salamence, which is not a bad play, but it's not going to do a whole lot. And he gets the burn! Are we serious? The flinch crit at the beginning of this match, and now burn on a Flare Blitz. Could my luck get any worse today? Could that possibly happen? I'm going to go for a Roost here, as he probably goes for an E-Speed. And I don't know how much HP we're actually going to be recovering out of this. This is not a good time. This is not a good time. I'm trying to think, what answer do I have to this Arcanine? I don't really have much. He's going to go into the Weavile, which can very easily destroy our lives with a stab Ice Shard or Icicle Crash, either or, because he outspeeds, so he can just go for Icicle Crash if he really wants. We're still at an okay health range, so I don't think staying in and sacking off the Salamence is the best thing to do. So I'm actually going to go into Arcanine. And he can then go into his Arcanine, which I'm guessing is what he's going to try to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into my Excelgor to fodder that off, because we don't need Excelgor really for anything. There's the Icicle Crash. We avoid the attack. Wow, okay, so the RNG is going back the other way a little bit here. I don't think he's staying in with this Weavile at -1. So I'm going to go into my Excelgor, and try to dent something on his team. If he goes into the Dragonite or if he goes into, which I'm guessing is going to be the Arcanine, because I can't do much to that Arcanine, unfortunately. The only other thing I can think he would want to go into would be the Greninja, but he doesn't really want to switch in on an attack. So let me think here. If he goes into the Arcanine, I can Flare Blitz him, but he's going to intimidate me. So this Arcanine kind of does a lot to his team. Greninja is not a switch-in at all. Really, really is not a switch-in. I don't want to switch in Salamence on an Arcanine. Really? I really don't. So I guess, did I run out of time? Alright, I guess we're choosing a move. I guess we're just picking a random move. Go for... What are we going for? He's going to get the Intimidate off. Go for a Flare Blitz. Go for a Flare Blitz. No, I go for the Morning Sun with, like, max HP. Alright, we're going to regain a whopping 5 HP. Awesome. That's just fantastic. That is just fantastic. We wasted a Morning Sun there is what happened. He's going to Flare Blitz now. I see no reason for him not to. So we're going to go into the Salamence, get an Intimidate off, and this is just not what I want for my life. Really isn't. We get an Intimidate off, which is great. And what are you going to go for? E-Speed? Yeah, he's going to go for an E-Speed. Let's see how much that does at -1. With the burn damage, that's really still not that much. Really isn't. So I guess we can roost up here. And we'll see what he wants to go into. If he wants to go into the Greninja, so be it. He's going to withdraw. Let's see. What are you going into, sir? He goes into the Gengar, which is not a bad play. As we're going to get back up to just about full health, maybe like 85% with the burn. Yeah, about that. We can Dragon Tail now because he can't one-shot us. He's going to go for the T-Bolt, which is not nearly as good as a Shadow Ball. Oh, he's going to avoid the Dragon Tail. Great. Great. Now we have to Roost. And he's going to go for the Shadow Ball this time around. I don't know what he was predicting with that Thunderbolt. Not really sure. But that's going to take us out. Man. Can't win today. I just cannot win today. At this point, Aegislash, I guess, is our switch in. I don't know what else I would go into. I don't think Shadow Ball is enough to one-shot us. So I kind of want to just, let's see, can we Swords Dance? If he switches, that would probably not be the best thing in the world. He can switch into that Arcanine. I'm going to Shadow Sneak. He is going to stay in here, so he's going to take a decent amount of damage, and I think we're actually going to go down. Because Shadow Ball is going to take us out. Wow, okay, Shadow Sneak actually takes this Gengar out in one shot, which I was not expecting. I know Gengar is really frail, but I really was not expecting that. That's a huge threat out of the way. We still have to worry about that Dragonite and the Arcanine and this Greninja, too. This Greninja is a problem. Now... We can't really switch in Arcanine. Arcanine's not a safe switch. If he goes for a Water-type move, we're screwed. So King Shield is really our only play. And I don't know. Have we showed him the Sacred Sword? I don't know that we have. We're still... we haven't been fully parried yet, so that is something to be happy about. He is going to go for the Dark Pulse because it's super effective. I don't know that that's going to one-shot. So I think we can actually Sacred Sword. We don't have any other switch-ins, as I mentioned. We have shown him the Sacred Sword. But I don't have much of a choice. Excelgor is going to get two-shotted, and Arcanine is just not a safe switch, and if he goes for a Water-type move, we're screwed. He's going to go for the Dark Pulse again. We'll see if we can survive this. I think we can. Yes, we can indeed, and we're going to get a Sacred Sword off. That's going to be a dead Greninja, ladies and gents. Oh, wait! Oh, wait! There's more! We flinched and couldn't move. Hate this game sometimes. Oh my god, the hacks has been terrible in this match. Are you kidding me right now? Could anything else go wrong? We're going to King Shield. And he can just... oh, we're paralyzed and can't move. Not that that matters, so we're just going to die here to a Dark Pulse. Great. Fabulous. Fabulous, 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 fabulous. Aegislash goes down. And I'm salty as can be. Salty as can be. We can actually outspeed with Excelgor. So we can go for a Focus Blast here. And especially so because that Gengar is no longer around, but he can very easily just switch in the Dragonite. There's really nothing stopping him. He's going to stay in, and I don't know if this Focus Blast is going to kill. I actually, now that I thought about it, that was my fault. I should have went for the Bug Buzz because he's a Dark type. I don't know why I thought Focus Blast was the better play. That's going to deal an okay amount of damage, over half. So you got lucky there that Focus Blast didn't miss. And all that damage was my own fault because Bug Buzz, I'm pretty sure, would have killed because it was Stab. So that is a bit unfortunate because 90 times 1.5 is like base, let's see, base, what, 135? As opposed to base 120. Yep, it would have killed in one shot had I gone for it because he was a Dark type. I don't know why. I was not thinking straight. Did he go for Ice Beam the turn before? I don't think he did. Pretty sure he went for Dark Pulse to kill Aegislash. So I should have went for the Bug Buzz, but I'm just not thinking clearly at this point. The Weavile is going to come in, which I don't necessarily understand that play unless you're just going to go for an Ice Shard because I outspeed you. So now we can go for a Focus Blast. Is it worth going for the Bug Buzz though? Because Focus Blast is 4 times super effective against Weavile. So we kind of need to make sure that it kills. At this point, we have to take the risk. Oh, he has the Fake Out. He's going to go for Fake Out Ice Shard combos. That's what he's doing. Because he has Night Slash, Icicle Crash, Fake Out. What is your other move? I don't know what it is, but we're going into Arcanine. To lower your attack, I don't want to give up Excelgor just yet because I do outspeed you. So we'll see right here. We'll be able to scout to see if he has that Ice Shard. Oh, man. This is going to be a loss for us. He has the Icicle Crash, so we could have outsped and killed him there. But we should be able to take that just okay. Yeah, that doesn't really do that much damage at all. I don't see this Weavile staying in. I'm guessing that the Arcanine is going to come in. But we're going to go for a Flare Blitz. Regardless. Yeah, he's going to withdraw. He doesn't want to give up his Weavile here. I don't blame him for that at all. He's going to go into his Arcanine, so we should have went into Excelgor, I guess, to try to get as much damage as we possibly can get off on this thing. But as long as this Arcanine is alive, I want to keep Excelgor around so I can get out of the Intimidate. Yeah, because that doesn't do anything whatsoever. That does absolutely nothing. So I'm going to Flare Blitz again. Because I'm going to try to stall him out of Extreme Speeds. Because, yeah, that doesn't do a whole lot. He was going to have to get a crit, I'm guessing. Unfortunately, we're at -1. Yeah, that doesn't do much at all. That means we're not going to be able to get an Intimidate off on either of his attackers that he has left. Now we have to Morning Sun. Which is, yeah, this is just not a good situation. He's going to Morning Sun as well. So I'm pretty sure this is just a lost cause here. Yeah, because even if I sacrifice my Excelgor, I can bring Arcanine back in. He can just sacrifice the rest of his team to get Intimidates off and outstall me with this Arcanine. That is definitely a possibility. So I'm actually going to sacrifice the Excelgor now. And then he'll probably switch out, I'm guessing, at that point. If he wants to stay in with the Arcanine, that will give me a chance to win, actually. Oh, he's going to withdraw as well. So that actually puts us in a decent-ish position. Wow. Okay, maybe he predicted me to do that? I don't know. That's kind of ridiculous, though. Kind of ridiculous that he did that. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Are you going to Dragon Dance? Because if you do, I kind of would like to get up Spikes. At least to, like, harm some things coming in. But we can one-shot Weavile. That little bit of damage, the 12%, is really not going to matter on the Arcanine. So let's just go for the final Gambit. Call it a day. And get a free switch into Arcanine. and at least break the scale on this thing. At least break the scale on this thing. He is going to go for the Dragon Dance, which is fine by me because he's going to have to go into Arcanine again here because I'm just going to come in Willow. I have no reason to do anything else. No reason whatsoever. The best I can do here is hope for a tie with like the timer as far as running the clock goes, but I don't think I can take out 2 Pokemon in that time with that Arcanine around. I'm going to go for the Willow. He's probably going to switch out again. No, he's going to go for the Outrage here at neutral attack. So we're going to get a burn off on this thing. And that's a fun time. But actually, it doesn't matter because Outrage is still a KO, even with the burn. So that is going to be the match, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a 3-0 in our opponent's favor. And I'm sorry about the rather poor play and commentary in this one. But there's not a whole lot that I can do about it. I do feel like this match would have been a lot different if we didn't get hacked out the wazoo. Not to say that that was the only reason that we lost, because it wasn't. I played badly, I admit that. But I feel like we could have made this a closer match and at least had a chance to win. So I feel like we kind of just got pooped on there a little bit. But what you going to do? That happens. It goes the other way quite a few times as well. I feel like not nearly as often, but it does go the other way sometimes. Anyway, that is going to be it for this time. So I want to thank you all for watching and sticking through this, despite it being a little bit painful. At least to me, it felt painful. Maybe you guys thought it was funny. I don't really know, but either way, thank you for sticking around, and with that being said, I don't really have anything else to say, so I will see you all for the next episode. Oh, I should probably tell you what the record is. We are 8-3 now, so a 5-game differential, so we'll try to build that up and not get a double loss next time around. Not that we do 2 matches in one, but, you know, back-to-back losses is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I will see you all for the next episode, but until then, game on.